helicopter. This is one of my models. It uses 3 balloons. It's not the one I do a lot of because I give it out as a special prize to the birthday child or as a reward for something they've won. It takes too many balloons for me to just make it in casual line making entertaining. So you start with the blades, the helicopter blades. Gonna fill up a balloon with about 1 inch of air at the end. Tie a knot in that. What I need to do is gauge the length of the blades so that this will divide into 3. So approximately if I was to do that, that should give me a rough idea of where those 3 parts are. So 1 and 2. I'm going to take this knot, bring it to that point where I feel the third is, and just twist it and feed the knot through the gap. And I'll go to where the second benders I made, bring that to here and twist those 2 together. And now go to what's end of the left of the balloon here, come to here. I'm actually going to give this a little bit of a tip, just so there's something sticking on top of the helicopter. And that should make a set of helicopter blades approximately the same size. We're going to look at the cockpit next. I use a green balloon. I take the knot of the balloon and I tie it to the place where all the balloons nest together in the blades. I'm then going to make a 1-inch bubble and do for the base of the cockpit another 2-inch bubble like so. And I want a good round circumference for the cockpit itself. So in this case it's about 6 inches of balloon, and I tie that to itself. I'm now going to give the helicopter a triangular back formation. So for that I need to make a few gauges. In this case it's 1 to 3 inches on the bubble and about 1.5 inches on this base. Actually going to give it a little bit more just so there we go. So it's nice and straight. I'll lock that together. So what I've done there is made of 1 big bubble and then a small bubble here on the side. I'm going to mirror that for the other side of the triangle. So I'll bring what's left of the balloon here, mirror those 2 parts together, so that's the size of that bubble. I can actually knot those together because it doesn't make any difference. And I take what's left of this comes up to the top, and that locks with all of this. And that creates the cockpit of the helicopter. Turn that later on. And then we come to the final bit. So now we're going to look at the tail end of the helicopter. I'll use a yellow balloon for this one. Now the important part about the tail end is that you have to start from this side of the balloon because of the way we're going to go around it. So firstly I tie the knot to the balloon and make sure the mouth gets fed through those balloons so that it locks. I'm going to make a 1-inch bubble, and then I'm going to go slightly a bit bigger than the bubbles on this side. So this is about 2 inches, this bubble's going to be 3 inches. So if I do that about there, and then another small 1-inch bubble, and that ties to the helicopter's cockpit twist, like so. I'm going to mirror that exact same thing again. So another 1-inch bubble, mirror the same size as the other side, so that's 3, and then another 1-inch bubble, so what we've got back is there. And that's now going to twist with this. I'm going to feed the yellow balloon through. And you should be set with that. Straighten around a bit. We're now going to do the tail. And what I do is I'm going to give this a triangular end tail at the end of it. So I'll judge approximately how long I want the tail to be, but I'm going to stop, we're going to go there. So that's approximately half. And then I'm going to make a triangle. So 1 bubble, 2 bubble, 3 bubble. 1 bubble, 2 bubble, 3 bubble, with the last bubble being the most longest piece. The smallest bubble, I'm going to change the dimensions a bit there. This small bubble is what you're going to use to tie it around. So I can tie that to these two parts together, like so. Straighten that out, so that goes like that, that goes like that, and there you have a balloon helicopter. And now we're going to try that with an over the shoulder shot. Fingers crossed, it survives as well. We'll leave this one here, so you got something to... It does actually sit up if you position it right. We'll use different coloured balloons. Wait. So, first of all, we'll do the propellers, blades, tie a knot in the balloon. I've left about 1 inch of gap, but it's not really necessary. You're going to gauge it into thirds. So there's a third. That there. Just that. Just squeeze that. It gives me my thirds. So now I can take the knot, pull and lock. Take this end here, lock, pull and twist. And this end I'm going to make a small bubble, bring that around and lock those together like so, and moving that around and straighten that up. Next, I take the knot, tie it to the propellers. Make a small 1 inch bubble, another bubble which is about 2 inches in length, and then curl all the way around to create the cockpit. I'm now going to create the back end triangle, so that's a triangle like that, about 4 inches and a 2 inch base. That ties to that. And then another 2 inch triangle you can tie together. And then I'm going to bring this, there's a bit more balloon on this side, so I'm just going to make a bubble and lock that in place. You can place that bubble in there, it's fine. That was right. And finally, starting on this end, knot goes through and you feed it through to lock. 1 inch bubble, 3 inch bubble, and a 1 inch bubble. I'm sure that's in shot there. Lock it through and feed it through. Another 1 inch bubble, a 3 inch bubble, and a 1 inch bubble. We'll lock it through and feed it through. Straighten that out there. Then you've got the triangle, and we'll straighten that up. Out there, halfway, just approximately a bubble, and a bubble. I'm going to twist those together to create the triangle. Straighten it out. And that should create the helicopter.